I have taken two of my greatest passions, magic and poetry, and combined them into a story, illustrated with cards. So tonight, for your magical entertainment pleasure, I present to you the story of Kate and Edith. I'll tell you this story using cards, rhyme, and wit, composed by myself, and that is no shock. This is a story of two gals and one guy, a soap opera of sorts. Now let's find out why. The first two of three were husband and wife, a king and his queen for most of their life. He called her Edith, and she called him Stan. Yes, she was his queen, and Stan was her man. Well, the king, he could smile, but the queen she could not, for it was the child that they wanted, but could not be got. While the king was most virile, potent, well-made, 'twas the queen who was sterile. You see, she is spade. All the king yearned for a son, does someone to carry his name, and soon it was Edith he started to blame. All the fighting and yelling, Edith could take it no more. She called Stan a bum, and his mistress a horrible person. You see, she knew about Kate, the purty young lass, with a face of a queen and a firmly shaped ankle. A little clubfoot, but she could still dance. 'Twas Kate that Stan lusted, but still loved his queen. A threesome they became, with a king in between. King Stan Trio they came to be known, but a king with two queens would be rocking the throne. All lust and greed don't mix well with fate, and soon it was Edith who lusted for Kate. Ah, two queens in love soon sent Stan away, but the king would return. He wanted to play. They refused him quick, sent him outside the walls. Should he return, they would cut off his hand. But Stan was persistent. He wanted to stay. So he returned once again while Kate was away. A fight soon broke out. Edith screamed, yelled, and hissed. Not to mention the king. Oh boy, was he pretty upset. Well, Kate would return much to Edith's delight. But what of King Stan? Nowhere in sight. We're left with two queens, rather happy, quite gay. But not so the king. He had not gotten his way. So what is the moral, the lesson we've learned of Stan, Kate, and Edith, and the tables they turn? I told this to Stan, and I'm telling it to you. You can't have your Kate and Edith too.